First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 15 carries, 72 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the 29, Brady. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Well, the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. Fielded right around the 8.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
And in last week's game, you weren't sure which side was going to do the cheering when he stepped back to throw the ball.
But you knew he was going to throw it a lot.
Oh, he's going to throw it a lot. I mean, he's ended up throwing 5 touchdown passes, but his interception rate, that wasn't so terrific either. So one side was going to be cheering when he stepped back to throw it.
They did get the win, though. We'll see if they can parlay that into this week. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive,
either way, they would take that kind of production.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Again, it's Fournette.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the gut, Fournette. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Tackle made there by Chris Wormley. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Setting up the screen here, this is Walker.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On second down, it's Walker.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, the Eagles and Texans, polar opposites last year in terms of running the football. The Eagles were number 1 in the league. The Texans, 32nd, dead last. And in fact, the Eagles ran for nearly twice as many yards as the Texans did in 2021.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Now Brady. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. To throw, it's Brady. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we talk a lot about referees trying to protect quarterbacks, and no question they're going to protect number 12.
And really, truly, around the league, the intent is to protect all quarterbacks. It's just common sense. Those are the guys everyone comes to see play each and every week. And that call was pretty easy.
Brady's throw there complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Walker now on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. On the stop was Aaron Donald. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
On second down, here's Brady. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense back out. There's the veteran bruiser, the running back, Leonard Fournette.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. And Jones has it over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-on. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
To throw is Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, it's Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. Here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
But ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This is taken at the 23.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Brady on the right side, open is Gesicki. Calling a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
76 yards on the ground for Fournette. It's a 1st down.
Now Leonard Fournette trying to run inside, but nothing there. Bud Dupree, a former 1st-round pick, in on the stop. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 21-0 our score after 1. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. Caught by Jones.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Robbie Anderson, 52 yards. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9. Brady. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And down he goes at the 49. A 4-yard pickup. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Throwing now is Brady.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And officials kind of rotate each other back, but they say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Fournette running out of the gun.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
15 yards. The Texans pick up the 1st down. A handoff to Fournette. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. This is Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Texans have got it back to within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Steps up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to notice time and time again. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Here's Brady. Throw out wide to Walker. A little juke, and he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And a gain of 12, will also lead the 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball as progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
It completes it once more to Anderson.
And all the way down inside the 5. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
Fournette is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet. both know, and he knows as well. His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've seen what was a comfortable 21-0 lead go completely by the wayside. Now 21 all as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive to about the 23.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
We're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Second down, back to Fournette.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Fournette. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down line. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Now Watson going to sneak it. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but the couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4.
It seems like a short distance, but a yard in this situation, not easily done. So big compliments to the guys up front for creating some space, especially the guy taking the snap and finding a spot, finding a sliver, an opening, and making it work.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Fournette. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Leonard Fournette,
his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Texans have taken the lead. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Brady. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Some touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now Fournette, and just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Throwing on first down is Brady. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Aaron Donald is now 2 sacks for him here in his first half.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's Tressway now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To try again after the sack. Watson flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
Fournette once more on second down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man is Anderson.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a first down throw, Watson. This is Anderson over the middle. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions are at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Gano's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll wind up losing 3. Now it's 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he'll have him past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Nick Bosa His second sack of the night.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And that one off the mark. Behind him. Incomplete. I guarantee they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here are the Texans to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Up the gun, Fournette. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
It was Raekwon Davis with the tackle.
They'll try the air now with Watson. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And that's a bold and acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And a solid run down inside the 30.
210 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Jones has it.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought we were trying to get
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not that we came off of that. They got the deep guy. He came underneath of the drag, completed it very well.
From the red zone now, Watson.
There he is again, another catch for Julio Jones.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Leonard Fournette. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on second down. Brady. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Walker now at first and 10.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Again, it's Walker.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, second and 10 coming up.
Now they'll throw with Brady. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now. Shotgun now for Brady. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So right now the field goal team for Philadelphia. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense back out. There's the veteran bruiser, the running back, Leonard Fournette.
He has had a whale of a game. In the third quarter, you're already over 200 yards. I don't know what more he can do at this point.
Not a whole lot, and what he has found is that zone that we always talk about, where every carry feels great. Every carry potentially is a sprint to the end zone, and all he wants to do is ride it as long as this game goes on.
Yeah, now he's just thinking 300 yards maybe. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Fournette running out of the gun. unable to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. A handoff to Fournette. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. On 2nd and 12, Watson. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And they're going to get this up to midfield. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the 50, it's Watson. Found this. Anderson loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slip. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ken Walker, 59 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Fournette. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Man open, it's Goodwin. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. On the run, it's Fournette. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. To throw is Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Drop for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back to throw, Watson. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to hold the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fournette. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Again, it's Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Leonard Fournette
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And out now come the Eagles.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A few better down a score in the 4th quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. There'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
You got that right there, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
But part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. Now this one complete to Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Throwing now is Brady. And Walker has it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Straight ahead, Walker. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Throwing on first down is Brady.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Walker.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Houston's offense taking over again.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Fournette once more on second down.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Up the gut, Fournette. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That'll be caught by Anderson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Next first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's Watson on the sneak, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
He's at the 50.
Ty Johnson.
And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score. Big closer as this game is over. On the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they go to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing is done.
So for Houston,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
Now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year.
And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back, yeah, do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog. Right?